Hello, I'm Dan Simpson and I'm going to be your workshop leader today. I'm a poet and a spoken word artist and we're going to be really creative with words together. So all you're going to need for this workshop is a pen and paper, or if you prefer to write on a laptop or on your phone, that's where you can write. Whatever you find easiest to write on, that's all you're going to need. This exercise is called How to Do Anything. And I'm going to take you through all of the steps along the way to make a poem based on this idea of how we can do absolutely anything. Here's an example of a poem just as a way of warming ourselves up, getting into a poetic frame of mind. This is called How to Merge Souls with a Giraffe. You could go to the zoo, or better yet, the savannah, where there is space for you. Find a giraffe there. Find many, but pick one. Observe the unique pattern of its skin and your own. Calm the giraffe with a gentle hand. Allow yourself to feel that. Look into eyes that you've told yourself are gentle but really just are. Try to look like you just are. Breathe deeply. Match your quick breath with lungs 8 times the size of yours, your throat unable to take down air in that way. Try anyway. Remember what brought you here. Remember who you are. Remember being born here, next to this human who is looking into your eyes on hyperventilating with a strange simian smile, paw on your flank, who seems to mean you no harm. Turn away. Return to the tall trees. Eat the leaves. Go about your life. Okay, we're going to make our own version of how to do absolutely anything, so let's get started. Okay, so the name of this exercise is How to Do Anything. So the title of your poem is going to be How to something. And what we're really going for here is something that you can't actually do. Now, this could be something that you don't know how to do, a real world thing that is possible, like how to build a rocket to the moon. This could be a little bit more conceptual and imaginative. Maybe how to fall in love, how to turn invisible, how to fly using just your arms. Something that's impossible but might be interesting to write about. So your first job is to think about what you'd like to do. How to do something. If you're really stuck, I'm going to provide a list of ideas for you, so you're welcome just to pick one of those from the list that's going to come up. I've decided to go for how to fly by yourself, something that's impossible for us to do. So the first stage of writing this piece is actually just going to be coming up with some ideas and making a list of the instructions that you might follow to be able to do this, no matter how ridiculous that might sound. So the first list is going to be quite practical. So in how to fly by yourself, maybe I could give some really easy examples like find a large field with a big hill, flap your arms really hard, practice jumping. Oh, spelling this really wrong. Let's get it back to there we go. Practice jumping really high. Really easy, simple things that you might do to help you learn to fly, or whatever your own how-to is. So your first stage is to write a list of practical things you can do. I'd suggest maybe taking 2 or 3 minutes to do this. Don't censor yourself, there's no wrong answer here, just a list of things. Think of it like a recipe or an instruction manual. What do you need to do to be able to achieve this how to do anything? Take a few minutes to do that. Okay, brilliant stuff. Now you've got this practical list of things you might do to achieve your how to do anything. The next list I'd like you to make is going to be weird and wonderful, creative, super imaginative, strange things. So this is really where you can use your imagination to come up with some really interesting ideas. So trying to relate it to the original title, the how to, whatever it is you're trying to get people to do. So if I'm thinking about how to fly by yourself, I could have something like make wings from the remnants of your dreams, or believe in fairies, to guide you into the sky. Things like that, things that don't really exist, that aren't really there, conceptual things. So that's your second job. Make a list of weird and wonderful instructions, ideas, thoughts that you could have to achieve the thing you're trying to achieve. So maybe take 2 or 3 minutes to do that as well, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you the next step. So now you've got these 2 lists, the everyday and ordinary and the creative and imaginative. And the next task to turn this into something that feels a bit more like a poem is to start combining some of these ideas. What you're looking for here is a bit of juxtaposition. Can you have something really ordinary and everyday contrasted with something imaginative and weird? That's one approach. Another way is to start expanding it out as if it is a set of instructions for somebody else to follow. So, putting these bits together, expanding on any of the ideas that you like, and try and get to something that feels like a natural ending. Think about the beginning as well. Where do you want to start? What's the first instruction you're going to give to somebody? So your job is to edit these lists together into something that feels a little bit more like a poem. All right, take a few minutes to do that. When you feel ready, come back to the video and we'll do the next bit. Okay. Okay, welcome back. Final thing to do is an edit. Now, editing is really important in poetry. It's what sets a really nice idea, an okay piece, into something that can be really special and interesting. So I'm going to just give you a few tips to edit this poem into something really wonderful. First thing to do, read it through. Read it out loud. How does it sound? Does it flow really nicely from one line to the next? What's the line break doing? What's the punctuation doing for the piece? Have a little play with that, hear the sound of it, make any changes needed to make it flow even better. Second tip, are you using anything that's a little bit cliched? I think we all know what cliches are. We've heard people say this a million times. Can we be more original with our language? Challenge yourself to lose your cliches, rewrite anything that feels a little bit obvious and boring. Last thing, every word should serve a purpose. Read through your poem. Does every word do something? Is it useful? Does it move the poem along? Does it say something interesting? So really challenge yourself to look at every word and see if it is needed in the piece. Delete words if you can. It will make the poem a lot tighter and stronger as a result. Once you've done all that, there's really wonderful ways to be able to share your poem. You could turn it into a visual piece, and I'd recommend a website like Canva to do that, which is a free graphic website. You could just make a really beautiful image of your poem and you could share that around as well. So feel free to edit your poem, turn it into a beautiful image, and I would love to see those shared as well. And I'll tell you at the end of the video how you can do that. So take a few minutes, edit, turn it into something beautiful. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our workshop together. Thank you so much for going along with the exercise. I hope you've made something really interesting and unique. I'm sure you have. We would love these poems to be shared. So please do put them on social media with the hashtag #TheBigMake2021, which will be on the screen as well. And please come say hello to me. I'd love to see these words and this work that you've created. I'm Dan Simpson Poet, all across Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So do come and say hello there. Thanks so much for taking part in the workshop. Have a great time. Bye.